Hi, my name is Jeel Patel and I am excited to share my learning journey through the MSc Project Management module. For these assignments, I developed a project portfolio based on a dance competitions fundraise event, a university-wide initiative aimed to raising over £5,000 for children education charity. The globe the goal was to combine creative student participants and social impact into one exciting event, all while applying structures project management principles. The project follow traditional project management life cycles, initiates planning, executions, and closures. I've used several tools to plan and visualize the project. A work breakdown structure WBS helps break the work into manageable sections, while the Gantt chart shows the timeline, dependency, and responsibilities. I also created a RSEI matrix to clarify team roles, risk severity metrics to anticipate potential challenges, and a communications plan to engage both stakeholders and team member effectively. The this structured approach helped me to stay focused, especially with so many moving parts and a tight deadlines. When it comes to structuring the project, I choose a project based team structures. This give each team members a dedicated role and a task ownerships. I took on the role of the project manager, but also imagine working with fictional teams of five others like marketing coordinators, financial officers, uh, performance uh, performance liaisons, volunteer coordinators, and operations managers. Each role was defined based on the core needs of the event. The event itself had multiple objectives. Aside from raising funds, it was also about community buildings, cultures, expressions, and students' engagement. These values influence my decisions, like picking an open central venue, choosing an inclusive registrations process, and setting realistic but meaningful goals using the SMART methodologies. Each decisions from the timeline managements to sponsors outreach was guided by a specific purpose. I also made sure to allow room for creativity. For examples by including a variety of dance forms and encouraging participants from all backgrounds. The balance between structures and flexibilities was the key. Now, speaking honestly, the project wasn't always smooth sailing. One of the biggest challenge I faced was time management. With only a few weeks to plan a large scale event, I had to learn how to prioritize tasks effectively, breaking the project down using WBS helps a lot. But what really helped me was learning how to set dependency in the Gantt chart. The visualizations gave me a clear pictures of what needed to happen first and what could be done in parallel. Another major challenge was estimating the budget. At first, I understand how expensive sound systems and lighting rentals could be. After research real world quotes, I adjust the cost breakdown structures CBS and build in a 10% contingency budgets. That was a learning curve, realizing the project management is not just about ideal planning but adapting to reality. Also, I struggle a bit with stakeholder mapping in this. It sounds easy, but just identify the communications, but in practice, it made me think deeply how actually influence this project. What do they care about? It forced me to move from assumptions to actual stakeholders engagement strategies. I use a stakeholders interest influence metrics to guide my communications plan. Throughout this process, I found myself becoming a more reflective, not just on the project, but on myself as a future project manager. I started the module thinking project management was mostly about task and timeline. Now I see it's also about leaderships, negotiations, empathy, and foresights. One of the my uh, no one of the my favorite part was designing the risk matrix. It was like problem solving in advance, figuring out what might go wrong, rating its impact, and then planning responses. For example, if a key sponsors back out, what would be my backup plan? It gave me a sense of control and confidence. This journey also taught me the value of communications, not just taking, but communications with clarity and purpose. I created communications plan that ensures the right people receive the right information at the right time. Team members, university staff, sponsors, and performance. Another valuable learning point was how each tool is connected. The Gantt chart was just a visual. It depends. It reflected the WBS. The risk plan informed my contingency budget. The RACI matrix ensures accountability, which feds into stakeholders' satisfactions. Everything had a reasons, and that interconnections is something I've carried forward. Now, here, what can I say? I organize the project this way to maintain structures and control over various moving parts. So, for example, assignments, dedicate role, performance, life officers, and marketing coordinations help streamline communications. Each decisions I made, from selecting the venue earlier to prioritize sponsors outreach, was based on risk mitigations and align with the event objectives. I consciously integrated stakeholders engagement strategies to ensure buy-in from sponsors, volunteers, attendance, which I knew was critical for success. Another challenge was balancing the creative with structures. I had to ensure the event remain engaging and exciting while staying within time, cost, quality constraints. To tackle this, I learned into collaborative planning with my fictional teams and ensure each deliverable had a clear timeline and responsible persons. It is not just about charts, reports, but about people, adaptively and purpose planning. It's a blend of logic, leaderships. I now understand the value of quality assurance and stakeholders engagement beyond just ticketing boxings. They are essential for trust and long time term impact. Uh, in conclusions, looking back, this project has been an incredible learning experience, not just academically but professionally and personally. I come to appreciate project management as both a science and art. This the science lies in the planning, scheduling, budgeting. The art lies in leading people, handling certainly, and thinking creative. This experience has prepared me for future roles, especially in the event management, digital campaigns for cybersecurity projects, where coordinators, timing, and stakeholders managements are key. I've learned how to more proactive, re, what can I say, resourceful and adaptable skills that I will help me whether I am managing a small terms or a large scale strategic initiative. In the end, this was just about organize a dance event. It was about managing a visions, transforming an idea into a tangible experience that benefit a community, and that to me is the true essence of project management. Thank you for listening my reflections.